Hey guys, Tyler here with your Week 4 battle recap video. First off, Hayden made a Facebook poll for the playoff format that we would probably have. If you guys could at least put your vote in for that, hopefully by the end of the week we could have a good idea of what we want for playoffs. That way you can either fight for a seed or whatever it may be. So going into our battles between Hayden and Adam, they're really only the good play in this battle was how Adam uses Gyarados. First, he set up a sub in regular form. That way to avoid the lunge from the Aquanerad. That way the sub stayed, and then he was able to Dragon Dance up in Mega Form and just kind of run through Hayden's team. I thought it was going to be a 6-0 sweep, but the Clawitzer survived, but then Electivire on Adam's side cleaned it up. This battle ended up in a 5-0 in Adam's favor, going on between Hayden and Kirk. This battle, to start out, it's just kind of feeling each other out, I guess. The Roserade and Zapdos kind of went around. Kirk was able to set up a spike with his Quillfish. Hippowdon set up Stealth Rocks then for Hayden. Flygon set up a Dragon Dance, but Hippowdon lived an Earthquake from it and then returned, and then kills it with an Ice Fang. That's a pretty good play. Looking at Kirk's team, he had a lot of Psychic weaknesses. He brought 4 of them. He does have, I think he brought Klinklang. But anyhow, he had 4 Psychic weaknesses, and that was just something glaring that I saw. But looking at Hayden's team, he doesn't exactly have the best Psychic using Pokemon. But you saw Hayden's Mismagius have Psychic, so he at least brought it. This battle ended up in a 5-0. Aquanerad in the late game with Stealth Rocks was just too bulky to deal with. Just its typing and its ability and its special defense, it's pretty tough Pokemon, especially if you don't get Stealth Rocks on Hayden's side. Like I said, that was a 5-0 in Hayden's favor. The next battle was between myself and Trevor. I think Trevor choiced at least 3 of his Pokemon. There's a lot of hacks in this game, but my biggest mistake was with my Durant. I should have just kept setting up because I knew his Emboar was choiced in some form, and he was stuck into Sucker Punch. So I should have just kept setting up Home Claws and Rock Polishes until he switched out, because then I would have guaranteed a kill on the Jolteon, yada yada yada, and then he would have had to choice himself into Sucker Punch more than likely, or else I win. I could have won right there without any hacks, but I didn't do that, so I died to Sucker Punch, and then my Chestnut versus Jolteon, I get Thunderbolt, get the Para, basically every Para hacks that Trevor needs kind of got. Oh well, I definitely could have avoided that, but I didn't, so it's at the end of the day kind of on my fault. But definitely shitty because I felt like I had that win, but it is what it is, and it's Pokemon. Trevor ended up winning in a 1-0 fashion. Next battle was between myself and Kirk. I brought a Sugar Berry Magearna, and he let us Flygon, so it was almost kind of perfect scenario for me. I just set up Shift Gear, knocked out the Flygon real quick. I lived on the Sugar Berry. Kirk then sent in his Gardevoir. His Gardevoir set up a Trick Room, which is kind of cool. It's like a bulky Trick Room Wish Gardevoir. There's a lot of hacks in this game, but it really didn't end up mattering. I know I got a lot of Thunderbolt haxes or Thunder haxes, but I then came back in the switch in and 2-hit KO'd Kirk, and the speed wasn't an issue. So the hacks really didn't matter too much in our battle, at least. Klinklang tried to set up. Klinklang actually probably could have done a lot of work looking back at this battle, but my Tapu Bulu was Choice Scarf, ended up getting knocked off by the Swap, which now I can do multiple moves. I then was able to go from Horn Leech to Superpower to knock out the Klinklang. It did try to set up a Shift Gear on the turn that came out, and not being choice kind of allowed me that. So thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Swak. This battle ended up in a 3-0. The next battle was between Trevor and Blake. It was kind of cool. It was a Stealth Rock Pincer. But what was really cool was the Encore Shuckle. Just toxicking things, encoring it, forcing switches. It's a really good play of Shuckle by Trevor. Slowking had a nice reflect, which then was able to eat a Emboar's Wild Charge and then knock it out. I think either with a Psychic or Scald. Either or is super effective. Play near the end of the game was Blake going for, I think, his Moxie boost on his Pinsir. He went for a regular quick attack to kill the Jolteon. Jolteon ends up living and then kills his Pinsir. I don't really know if that could have or would have done much. I don't know if the Pinsir was Mega. We never saw that. Maybe the speed. I don't know. But anyways, Trevor ends up winning in a 4-0. There's just kind of a lot of cool stuff in that battle. Nothing like crazy, but just solid battling, even though it ended up in a 4-0. The next battle was between Zach and Adam. The rolls with Swampert and Rotom Heat were crazy. Leftovers saved Swampert from dying from getting 2-hit KO'd from HP Grass. And it was just a crazy roll. I don't know. You can rewatch it and see what I mean. Kartana kind of opened up Zach's team dramatically. Getting its Beast Boost, its type coverage, having the Bug X Scissor for Tangrowth was just nice. And then Ambipom kind of just put some damage on. And then Typhlosion basically just cleaned up for Adam. This ended up in a 1-0 for Adam. Pretty close battle in the end, but I think Adam had had momentum from kind of the mid game. Anyways, our next battle is between Forrest and Blake. The Roarveil on the Ninetales was cool to see. We really didn't see too much of its use. Well, at least I didn't. It's not like he set up with it necessarily. That's what I mean by it. The Dragon Dance Mega Tyranitar was pretty good. Went on a small tear through Blake's team, got 3 kills, and then ended up getting knocked out by a Mach Punch by Infernape. Forrest ended up winning the game with his Brave Bird from Crobat. But once you saw the Mega Tyranitar get its Dragon Dance and get a couple kills, you kind of thought that this game was like completely over. And it ended up finishing in a 1-0 for Forrest, but the Infernape with its moves and its just speed, and it's a really good Pokemon. It ended up getting a kill on the Heligo, Mega Tyranitar, I think another Pokemon too. But that was a 1-0 in Forrest's favor. Pretty good battle. Very good. Probably the battle of the week, if you'd like to say that. Zach and Forrest was our last battle. Druddigon pretty much shit on Zach's chest hard. Went for a Sucker Punch on Alakazam. And then Alakazam went for a Protect, maybe for the Glare. Don't know that. But definitely tried to avoid the Sucker Punch. Anyways, gets Stealth Rocked, and then ended up getting knocked out with a Sucker Punch the following turn. And then I think something either gets Toxic or no, the Swampert gets glared. So, I don't know, just Zach with some questionable stuff, but he was kind of pressured by the Sucker Punch. Anyhow, Zach then puts in his Umbreon, just kind of stalls out, doesn't really do much. And then Dragon Dance, Mega Tyranitar again, just enough said. Ends up beating Zach in a 3-0. Pretty good battles by Forrest this week. Definitely an improvement. Anyhow, good luck in week 5. And remember to please put your vote in for the playoff scenarios. Thank you.